Hey everyone, Action here! In this video we'll be crushing the 75 times contingency using less than 10 million fleet power. Crushing is an understatement. We are gonna obliterate them out of existence. Our main problem is that we only have one system in this challenge, so if any of the contingency fleets manage to get through whilst we are away, it's pretty much game over. So we have to be extra careful about the roaming fleets, and I really think someone has placed a crisis beacon at us because they just keep on coming to our capital, although none of the machine worlds are nearby. And if you're enjoying this, join our navy and help us build something greater. High Command has called for 1,000 new commanders to be enlisted, and your skills and leadership are vital to our mission of defending the universe. The situation is dire right now. The contingency has started to gain traction across the whole galaxy, and they're gaining so many reinforcements. I think we killed what? It was 10 of their Vanguard fleets, maybe even more than that, and they still have more than they arrived with. So unless we find a way of destroying their planets in one go, I think we'll be in this stalemate for a very long time, and the galaxy is not ready for this kind of threat. We have thankfully managed to defend our protectorates, which are gaining us this naval cap, and also a lot of the basic resources that we are selling. We currently sold more than 1.5 million minerals, and almost that same amount with food and consumer goods. So our plan is to recall all of our fleets to our system and reinforce, build a strong enough navy that can one-shot their defensive fleet. But it is quite difficult to one-shot a 75 times crisis, right? Especially because every single one of their warforms has almost 1,000,000 fleet power, and look at the modifiers, plus 75 times the regular whole armor and shield hit points. It's just completely ridiculous. And don't forget, we also need to take care of the AA core, which is no joke, 7.5 million. That's more than everything that we have combined, which is only 4.5. So yeah, it's quite difficult to win against their planets. The Roman fleets are okay, but the defensive fleet, oh boy. I don't know if any of you guys tried to defeat the 75 times crisis before, but if you did manage, let me know in the comments down below. I think I found the wormhole. Is it this one that leads towards our empire, Stellaris? Let's see if they take this wormhole and appear in the Melnox system. So yeah, that's probably what's happening. They're traveling through that wormhole and reaching Manok. So ideally, we want to take control of that system. Oh boy, but the contingency is getting so dangerously close to our system. Yeah, we gotta move. It would completely cripple our economy if they somehow manage to reach our system, because they would instantly defeat our starbase and cause us to lose our shipyard. It's not good. Oh, this gotta be the dumbest thing ever. So the hyper relay is just on top of the hyperlane, which means we cannot travel through normal means only using the hyper relay. But if we do that, it's gonna be terrible, since the contingency just defeated the system and is on their way towards the Baldar. So if we travel to the hyper relay, they're gonna be on top of us. That's a tough situation. I think we're gonna retreat here, and I'm scared if they choose to go the other way around, they can completely avoid our fleet. Oh, these guys wanna trade some rare crystals for alloys. That's huge. Rare crystals, no, minor artifacts. But it came at a very late stage into the game, which we do not need at all the rare resources anymore. So yeah. Machine uprising also happened amidst the contingency in one of our protectorates. That's a very tough time to be a machine uprising, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna be hacked by the contingency and obliterated by their nearby fleets. That's just what I was saying. Contingency appeared, and let's see where they are headed. Thankfully it's towards our system. But they're gonna have a very warm welcome. Our allies are trying their best to defend, but they don't have a very good strategy. They have not been informed about the strength of the contingency. They think they can take it head on. Yeah, poor fellas. Trying so desperately to retreat. We are still losing some battleships. Okay. We repel their attack. but lost 3 battleships. We're gonna have to reduce some of our monthly trades for minerals and food since one of our protectorates is now much weaker due to the machine uprising. So we were selling 2k minerals and 1.5k food. We're gonna reduce it by 500 for each. Our protectorate is getting blasted by the machine uprising. I think I'm gonna send just one of our fleets to deal with that. Perhaps the 4th dagger is enough. So the 4th dagger, commanded by the meta shooter, is definitely doing some heavy work in reclaiming the systems for our vassals. However, there is a contingency fleet approaching nearby, and I think we can try to lure their ships into helping us defeat the machine uprising. Yeah, just as we planned, the contingency is following our fleet.
Starbase under assault.
So what I think I will do is try to get away from them a little bit and jump our fleets away. At the same time, we gotta defend our systems because there is another contingency fleet approaching. Yeah, I don't know a good location for our 4th dagger to jump to. Kinda hard. Everything is claimed by our enemies. And the hyper relays are very dangerous to us because they make the contingency so fast. I think I'm gonna jump to the Edor Vung. The safest system, I bet. Okay, we have escaped. We can try to claim the machine uprising systems from the north, whilst the contingency completely annihilates them from here. The contingency fleet is still following the 4th dagger. Someone must have placed a beacon in our ships, because what is this? So let's jump and try to defeat the Silicon Network ships. And let's see if the contingency fleet goes... Yeah, they immediately shift their focus towards our fleet. Okay, a contingency fleet has arrived. Another one of their vanguards. Should be a very quick win for us. We have 3,800 naval cap. Let's see how much we lose in this battle. Nothing, thankfully. But this time they're sending 213 million fleet at us. So they're definitely increasing their attack forces. One is already down, and the other one should be engaging us anytime soon. There they are. Easy win. It's very, very easy to defeat their roaming fleets. The only problem is their defensive fleets. That is the main issue. The 4th dagger is in a very bad situation. They are surrounded by the contingency, and the only way for them to retreat would be from gaining access to the gateway and jump into our system. We could theoretically try to jump to the Toaru system and then jump again from the Anjantenar to our system. But again, if the contingency send their fleet like this autonomous cluster towards them, there is no way to escape. Alright, thankfully they send it the other way around. Energy spike. That should be the Cyberx, yeah. The Cyberx is pretty useless at this high amount of difficulty. I wasn't scared, I thought it was unbeaten at first. Oh no, they are retreating their fleet. Please don't go to our system. Okay, thanks. The 4th dagger has safely returned home after a very long expedition amidst the war by themselves. Now those brave soldiers shall now find comfort in their homes, at least until we repair all of our ships. Oh, the Cyberx is trying to fight the contingency, but they only have a 2 million fleet. That's definitely not gonna be enough. Yeah. And they even say that they are trying the best they can, but it may not be enough. What a joke. They hid for millennia, and when the contingency spawn, they are just useless. We are getting close to 6.5 million fleet power, but I don't think we'll get much stronger than that. The contingency is sending 2 more roaming fleets towards us. Our plan is to defeat those fleets and try to rush their planet. Alright, the first one is about to be defeated. Swift victory? Get away from the hyper relay. Fast, guys, no. Oh, it's gonna be a slaughter. No, we only lost, what, 100 naval cap? That's gotta be like, yeah, around 15 battleships. Yeah, I mean, I hate hyper relays so much when fighting the contingency. The first time we did fight them, we actually lost just because of the hyper relays. I wish there was a way for prohibiting our fleets to using them, because every time we just end up in their head. Our allies are gonna try to defeat the contingency starbase using a dimensional fleet. Yep. Now, this cosmic storm is very, very dangerous. I just saw the contingency take over the front thread system, and if we jump to the Gofra, they're gonna be right on our left side. So I think I'm gonna wait in the Kodria until they appear. Or actually, even better, what I do know is that they have no fleets in the Dyphilon system, because our allies decided to jump in just a destroyer and a corvette there. So we'll jump, take control of the gateway, travel to the Arenas, and strike their planet. Jump successful. Now let's defeat the starbase as quickly as possible. Now use the gateway, only 70 days. Okay, we have arrived there, but we will need to jump, because we cannot travel to the trim system. It's way too close to their fleet. We need to stay the furthest away possible. And I also need to be extra careful about the roaming fleets, because they are striking our home system every once in a while. So we'll jump to the Impaltov, probably even destroying all of the ancient mining stations there, when we found the Surveyor. And a shout out to our first founding admirals. Their financial and strategical support are fueling the non-stop expansion of our armada, and they shall be forever remembered. Want your name in our legacy? Hit that join button and become a part of our great empire. Founder members are only available until the end of this month and will have exclusive benefits the bigger our empire gets, so your early devotion will be greatly rewarded. Now there are no signs of the roaming fleet coming towards us, only this one, which is going to the Pilgrim system. However, they are sending one to reinforce their home planet. I think that's what they're doing. Nope, they mysteriously decided to go the other way. And because we have two juggernauts, we can actually reinforce our own vessels amidst the engagement. We just need to wait 34 more days until the jump drive debuff expires and we strike their planet. Oh, actually no. They are setting another fleet here. So we need to stay a little further in the system. Oh, we are pretty far away. Never mind. Okay, they have arrived to the hyper relay. Let's engage them. No damage dealt by them, thankfully. Okay. Alright, very nice. One of the only problems I'm seeing right now is our hit ratio, which is only 60%. It should be a lot better than that. But they have some evasions apparently. I'm really scared about this fleet. They were just right at the hyper relay on Tyrim. And if we had engaged their system, we would be devastated right now. So can you please move away a little bit further? Perhaps even in one of our ally systems. Let's go back to moving to the hyperlane. Okay, they have engaged the real Samad system, so it is a perfect time for us to arrive on the Solomon. With the surplus minor artifacts we acquired, we can use the military applications and use the armor damage, since our kinetic batteries are terrible against armor. That's it everyone, let's do or die, because if we lose this, we are done.
Station engaged.
They are already sending some strike crafts. So far it's looking good. Only the seeker drones are dealing damage to us. Now it's their ships again. But the seeker drones are dealing so much damage. Alright, we won at least. They are already sending 2 reinforcements towards us, so let's stay away from the hyperlane. And let's start moving our Colossus to crack their planet. I will start producing some Exclave class battleships again, because we definitely need some extra point defenses. Okay, the first reinforcement has arrived. Let's engage it. Oh, we lost both of our Juggernauts. We have so little range now. That's actually terrible. Like losing both Juggernauts in one engagement? Is that for real? At least we wanna need to take out one more fleet and we should be fine. Their second reinforcement has arrived. Engage them. Yeah, they are so tanky. But this time we didn't lose any ships though. Let's send our Crisis Ender Colossus. Now that everything is clear, and crack the sterilization hub 04. Alright. The second machine world has been destroyed. Only 2 more remaining, although we lost half of our fleet now.
Research actualized.
So let's do our strategy again. All our reinforcement fleets are trying to reach the contingency territory. So yeah, let's jump and facilitate their lives a little bit. The problem with the contingency is the more worlds we destroy, the faster they receive reinforcements. So yeah, it gets kind of insane. Right now we need to wait at least until we have both of our juggernauts up and running again, because otherwise we are gonna get completely annihilated by their roaming fleets. And the next time we strike one of their planets, we'll be much better prepared with some point defenses to counter the AI core hangars, which definitely did a number on us before we even could engage their defensive fleet. Oh, this machine world is very heavily guarded. What? They have a roaming fleet and a defensive fleet on top of it. Their other machine world is kinda normal though. So this will be our next target. They're sending yet another... Oh my god, but they're going so fast. That's scary. That's so scary. Okay, let's see if we reach the system before they appear. Okay, we managed to do that. They should be at us at any moment. There they are. Engage, move closer, fellas. Okay, we lost a couple, like 4 battleships, I guess. It's fine. We have such a long build queue now. But at least both of our juggernauts are up and running again. Oh wait, what? One of our protectorates wants to become a satrapy. That's huge, man. That's actually so huge. Let's do that. 30% of their naval cap is going to us. Yeah, look, we gained 551 from subjects. That's so insane. Let's see if these guys want to become a satrapy as well. They do. Holy man, we are gonna be so strong. I mean, I tried to make them become our satrapy before, but they all rejected it. Now they all want it. Why? And I can even ask for more basic resource contribution. Yeah, look at this. 4 holdings as well. Oh man. And they're still loyal to us. Now we are talking 4k naval cap already. I should have done this way sooner. Now remember those volatile modes we traded back then? We can now trade with our AI empires for 34,000 alloys, just 1.5k from volatile modes. It's kinda nuts. And the contingency is back again at trying to attack us. Only a 6 million? What happened to you? Oh wow, got completely obliterated. Now this is a very good relic. Trust cap for organics and monthly loyalty from organic subjects. So our satrapies are gonna be a little bit happier now. Now that the contingency fleet bites the dust. Yeah, we're getting so strong that's becoming very easy to take them out. Just look at this, 1k volatile modes equals to 17,000 alloys. And we used to buy these volatile modes for 13k energy credits, and the alloys we buy 2.5 for 30k. That's a market discrepancy there. Okay, another fleet of the contingency. They just don't learn, do they? I couldn't even see, they just got evaporated. I think it's time we engage their 3rd planet. We have become so powerful, but first I just want to take care of this roaming fleet, just in case they try to do some funny things with our empire. Alright, they're just gone. Another fleet? Oh, but an army, and no mercy for these bastards. Another very good trade for us. Within time we learned how to do trade. We are building a gateway on our satrapy, so we can send our fleets here and jump closer to the Zedran system. This way we don't have to go all the way through here in order to reach their planets. The gateway construction on the Mafros system has been finished, and therefore we can send all of our fleets there and strike their planet on the Zedran system. We currently have almost 9 million fleet power, but don't forget we are using ships with empty defensive slots, so our actual firepower, if we were to reinforce all of them, is much higher. Let's engage their 3rd planet, finally. Move a little bit closer so our archimeters can fire. Okay, things are looking good. The starbase is down. Only their fleet now, and our strike craft are finally doing some work. We still... oh, we lost what? 4 battleships, I guess. And the AI core is getting obliterated. Ah, fantastic. Let's already move up our Colossus. Oh, we thankfully left their system in order to take out the starbase for our Colossus to reach. Because if we were to stay there, they just received a reinforcement. So yeah, it would be right on top of us. So let's jump our Colossus. Oh no, they destroyed our Colossus. They have one ship that jumped just at the same time our Colossus entered the system. So yeah, we lost the Colossus, but we can orbital bombard their planet to death. So not everything is lost. Actually no, we gotta retreat, because the contingency is sending one of their fleets to attack us. Oh boy, it's an endless war. Alright, we have defended ourselves and we can now go back to destroying their planet. Actually no, I just saw that they're sending one fleet to this system. They have never struck from this direction. And our economy is kinda crashing at this point, so we need to have our fleet stationed for a while until we recover the stockpile. So yeah, the contingency is spread all across the galaxy. They have some small pockets of territory on everywhere. And their fleet is retreating for some reason. Perhaps they have some other goal, which isn't conquering our empire. So I think this gives us an opportunity to rush their planet, because the Vanguard fleet that was defending it is no longer there. Let's do it, boys! Jump and kill them! Oh, the first strike of our kinetic artillery. So cool, man. But yeah, their fleet is still moving forward, thankfully. So we are safe for now. Our Colossus is about to be finished within a year. Oh, but I gotta be careful, they're sending a Vanguard fleet, but we are gonna reach their planet faster though. And that is a very brave scientist, just laying around in the contingency worlds. Okay, we have conquered their system again. Let's move away from the hyper relay because their fleet is coming. And let's start orbital bombarding their planet. Oh, they just went past our fleet. They are scared to engage us. That is the only explanation for that. We beat the contingency so hard that they are just letting us destroy their planets now. Oh boy, but they are sending their fleet back at us. At least we have the Colossus again. So what I'm gonna do now is retreat our fleet and send in the Colossus. Now I see what the contingency was planning. They are doing a pincer move towards us. One fleet going through the hyper relay and the other one here preventing our escape. But what they don't know is that we are much stronger than they are. Right, let's engage them again. But I think this time we'll suffer some losses. We are kind of close to them. Nope. Very easy again. But yeah, just like that, they are sending the other fleet towards us in the combined attack. Very easy. Let's jump our Colossus. No. Oh, this fleet is just sitting there, it's fine. And grab our fleets to kill the starbase and make way for the Colossus. No shot. They received a reinforcement, man. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. That's so unlucky. Yeah, we're gonna lose some battleships. What was it, like 6 battleships? 2, 4, 2, 9 battleships. Damn. Okay, we made way for our Colossus. Now just crack their world. No, but what is this path, man? You're gonna get yourself killed. I think that this fleet is just trying to mess with us. They go all the way to the Cosmalian system and then retreat. They have done this for what, 3 times already? And the Crisis Ender is preparing to do its job of ending the contingency. Another machine world destroyed. And now let's move towards their last planet. Oh, we were caught off guard. Such close range with the contingency. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough battle. We're definitely gonna have some losses here. You two, help your friends, mate. What are you doing? Oh, actually not that much. Only 3 battleships. I think we have come to a point that we are so strong that even at close range we can defeat them. Ooh, they have established a defensive line. Interesting. So 3 roaming fleets and another one defending their planet alongside their defensive fleet. Oh, our curator archivist died. That's gonna slow down research a little bit. And all the curators have been eliminated by the contingency. Damn, man. Yeah, I think for the first time you're gonna have to reorganize the council. Because we have no one to occupy the curator archivist. Since there aren't any other curators in the whole galaxy. What a grim future that is. So let's strike their first line of defense. Oh, they're coming to us. Okay, okay. Stay back. Yeah, that was a trap. They're sending both of these fleets towards us. First fleet has arrived. And they should be completely annihilated within seconds. Alright. First one has been taken care of. And now let's welcome the second one. And goodbye. Now ideally we want to strike their home system through the Parvus, because it's the furthest away from their citadels. Oh no, they're sending one fleet. Okay, retreat fellas, please. Okay, but we are still in a safe range, I guess. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Ooh, I got a little scared there. Alright, that made things a little bit easier for us. Oh, they have surprised us with an attack from behind. But it's on the opposite side of the system. Yeah. You are gonna just get annihilated. Goodbye. Now that the path is clear, we can strike their defensive forces. This is gonna be a tough battle. I don't even wanna see. It's do or die, fellas. It's do or die. Oh, the kinetic artillery. Oh, that's so cool, man. Just fighting everything that we have at them. Okay, we have defeated their main force. Now their armies. And the AI core just got annihilated. I didn't even see that. Man, we are so strong. So we only lost 11 battleships in total. That's insane, actually, man. And the kinetic artillery was the one that dealt the most damage. It wasn't even the focused arc emitter. Yeah, but when it comes to hull, it was definitely the arc emitter alongside the advanced strike craft. Let's move in our Colossus that was just sitting nearby. If the next crisis is then beaten, they are gonna be completely annihilated. However, if it is the Satana, things are gonna get a little bit difficult. But at least it's better to have a final Satana as a crisis, right? Because the final crisis will have a 300 times modifier instead of just 150, which will be our next crisis. And they are so desperately trying to save their last planet with one Vanguard fleet, but they have no hyper relays to surprise us, so no real way of them reaching our fleet, so we are very safe. And now the heart of the contingency has been localized. Where is it? Okay, yeah, it's quite strong, but not near as strong as their defensive fleet. It's on the opposite side of the galaxy. Oh boy, that's gonna take a long time to reach. And someone has the end of the cycle. So another crisis appeared. Who are you, the Avaban Star Council? There they are, but they have only one system. I don't even see the end of the cycle fleet. Yeah. What a poor empire to have. 8 pops only? Yeah, this is gonna be the weakest end of the cycle ever. Alright, everyone is positioned. Now we shall engage their last system. Okay, let's move in a little bit closer, guys. So far they have dealt a total of 0 damage. Alright, now they're starting dealing some damage. I think we lost our Juggernaut, yeah, that's very bad. But in the end, we win with massive. Now our Colossus was already in position and we just go ahead and wreck their world. It's interesting that we lost both of our Juggernauts. I think they have some target priority, which is kind of unfortunate since they provide us with the range aura. And goodbye, contingency. This is a great day for the galaxy.
Actualized.
and we as the custodians have saved the galaxy once again. Now this was an exceptionally long video, and if you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to subscribe because it helps me out a lot. And now for our next video, I think we'll be fighting another crisis, and I just hope it is the Setana. Because if it is the Setana, we actually have a chance at winning against all 4 crises. Because I don't think it's actually doable to fight a 300 times Setana though. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.